And welcome back to once again a sold-out Staples Center, 18,997 for a matchup between two division leaders. First, the Lakers at 18-5. Their starting lineup up front: Karl Malone, Devin George, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kareem Rush in place of Kobe Bryant. More on that situation momentarily. At the point is Gary Payton. In his fifth season, the head coach is Phil Jackson, assisted by Jim Clemens, Frank Hamblin, Tex Winter, and Kurt Rambis. The trainer is Gary Vitti. For the Denver Nuggets, they have won 9 out of their last 12. A pretty good team out on the road at 6-7, 16-9 overall. Up front, good power forward in Nene. Yes, he's officially changed his name, illegally, more importantly, so he can cash the checks. Carmelo Anthony up front having a marvelous year. Marcus Camby's only missed 2 games, and that's news. Vashawn Lender has been tremendous over the last 10 games, averaging 20 points per game, and former Clipper Andre Miller at the point guard position also playing very well. And just in his second season, Jeff Bzdelik, the head coach of the Denver Nuggets. They were 17-65, tied with Cleveland for the worst record in the NBA. That was all of last year. Worked for Pat Riley for 7 seasons.
Well, the Lakers are 12-1 versus the Nuggets in the last 13 times they've played them here at Staples or in Los Angeles. The Nuggets been outscored 115-99, and Lakers just outshot them. But a lot of that in the last couple of years, especially, Kobe had big games against this Denver Nugget team.
Kobe Bryant in 4 games last year during the regular season averaged 41 points per game. And want to remind you, this evening's telecast is being presented in high definition where available. And also want to give you some very important news. We have just learned that about 7 or 8 minutes ago, Kobe Bryant has arrived at Staples Center. Now, Stu, yesterday Phil Jackson made it clear that if he wasn't here by 7:30, he was not going to play. He softened that position somewhat. Do you expect Kobe to play tonight?
Well, I don't know what his softening somewhat means. Does that mean he is not going to start, but if he shows up, he can play? Or does he soften it by saying that he can suit up and sit on the bench and still won't play? We'll have to wait and see what the coach of the Lakers, Phil Jackson, means by softening up.
Well, Kobe is in the building. He's getting ready to join his team or get word from Phil Jackson as to what his disposition will be tonight. You're exactly right, Stu. It is a coach's decision as to how much he does or does not play this evening. Denver with the opening tap. They'll have it to start the 4th period. Here's Camby down the lane, up and under Shaquille O'Neal, and the books are open on this one. Nice move by a healthy again, at least for this moment, Marcus Camby.
One way to keep him healthy then is to not have him guard Shaquille. And he's not. He's guarding Karl Malone. They're starting out with Nene on Shaquille.
And Nene at 6'11", 260 pounds. A driving attempt by Miller, no good. Rebound taken by Devin George.
You know, this Nuggets team much improved, obviously, but, you know, really that second unit that comes in with Earl Boykins, he really has gotten them off and running.
Shaq, a very flat-looking jump hook in the lane, no good. And speak of running, Denver down the lane, Nene attacking the basket. I was talking to John Barry before the game, veteran guard now with Denver, and he said, we want to get up and down. And with that whistle, let's send it down to Bill McDonald for an update on Kobe Bryant.
Hey, Sunday, I was talking to Phil Jackson during the pregame show. If you were not with us, I want to reiterate what he said. He did mention that if Kobe got here around game time, he wouldn't have him rush out to the bench. What he would want him to do was ride a stationary bike in the back, warm up, get the legs going a little bit, get the heart pumping a little bit, and then have him come out about midway through the first quarter and probably then put him in the game. So what I understood was Phil's more inclined to play him tonight than sit him. We might see him about halfway through this quarter. Back up to you.
Well, can you imagine the reaction in this building when Kobe, when and if he actually does come out onto the floor?
Nene, 6'11", again in his second year, just 21 years of age. Out of Brazil, good on both free throws. Here comes Payton. Payton looked like he had a layup at the rim, instead kicked it outside to Kareem Rush, getting the start tonight after not playing in Portland. Played very well against Dallas in a losing effort. Out to Rush straight away and knocks down a 17-footer. That's his game, Stu.
Yeah, he's becoming pretty proficient at that, standing and knocking down jump shots. He's also shown the ability to put it on the floor and get to the rim. He's got to mix it up quite a bit to be successful.
Lakers trail at 4-2. Here is Carmelo Anthony. Squares up on Devin George. An air ball, his first look.
Sometimes playing in the bright lights of Los Angeles can do that to a player.
Nice move by Karl Malone, running the floor. Thought he was fouled from behind. Knocked to the floor, give the assist to Gary Payton. Payton, 6th all-time in assists in NBA history.
Carl continues to just outrun the younger players up and down the floor. And on that offensive possession by the Nuggets, offensive foul by Fashawn Leonard as Kareem Rush really overplaying him. But Malone's been known throughout his career as a guy that can change ends, and he's still changing ends and getting the easy hoops.
Again, the Lakers coming off consecutive losses on Friday, 110-93 right here at Staples Center to the Mavericks, and then Saturday, back-to-back games down inside. He throws that down, 112-108.
For whatever the reason, Marcus Camby was on Shaquille that time, and you saw the results.
Leonard comes inside on Rush and knocks down his first jump shot. And Fashawn Leonard, out of Minnesota in his 9th season, averaging 21 points per game over the last 11, Stu. Oh, nice play. Backdoor cut, throw it down. Give the glove another assist.
It's all about read and react. You read the defense. If they take away, you're coming to the ball, you spin and go to the rim, you get the pass, and you throw it down.
Lakers lead it 8-6 momentarily. That 3 was missed. Malone with a rebound. Payton already with 3 assists, looking to push it. Little hop near the 3-point line between his legs, guarded by Andre Miller. Down the lane, looking for somewhere to go, comes to Rush. Shaq already with a couple of baskets. Oh, returns the table. What a pass to a cutting Kareem Rush.
The key to all of that is the cutting Kareem Rush, because Shaquille always gets double teamed. You have to move when your man is not guarding you.
10-6, the Lakers lead it. Played just over 3 minutes. Andre Miller, who came under a lot of criticism last year for a very down year here with the Clippers, gives it off to Carmelo Anthony, who knocks down his first basket of the game.
Got freed up a little bit by the screen, and that got him open for the shot, and he knocks down his first 2 points. And the Lakers have made now 5 consecutive shots after missing their first 2.
That foul was on Andre Miller, his first personal, the team's first, that is for the Denver Nuggets. Carmelo Anthony, just 19 years of age, originally from Baltimore, played just 1 season for Jim Boeheim at Syracuse. Kareem Rush, couple of dribbles, misses badly. That's an easy play to call. Carmelo Anthony just shoving Devin George off the play.
What happened there, Devin made the nice cut to the basket, and then as he was cutting through, he was being trailed by Carmelo. He stayed right up under the hoop. Carmelo's on his hip. He has inside position for the rebound, thus the pushing foul.
Devin George will inbound and brings it to Gary Payton. 8:35 remaining in the first. Rush with it, hit his first couple of shots, one a jumper and then another nice layup after a good cut. Payton a floater, that's off the back iron, rebound taken by Nene. He averages just under 8 per game.
Another one of the very young players on that Denver Nuggets team, and he's just going to get nothing but better.
Nene, just 21 years of age. Carmelo around a screen from Nene. That was a brick, came off big time. So an air ball, a brick, and a shot through as cleanly as can be. Payton exploring, finds Kareem Rush once again out to Malone, left alone, and threw that one to just about nobody. And Gary Payton turns back, says, hey, my fault. So a little miscommunication.
Just the play there, I thought, where Gary was assuming that somebody else was in the corner, so he looked at the ball as it went by. Then he turned and said, uh-oh, that was for me, my bad.
Andre Miller out of Utah in his 4th season, the first in Denver after signing a big free agent contract. Turnaround jump shot by Nene, no good. Malone takes another rebound.
Nene knows that he's got to knock down the perimeter shots because it's going to be very difficult to work on the inside with Shaquille.
Shaq tracks down a little bit of an errant pass. Malone down the lane, some contact. The outside official, Dick Bavetta, has the whistle, and it'll be the first free throws coming this evening to the mailman.
Well, the Lakers are really moving effectively without the basketball. The Denver Nuggets are sending that second player, that second defender, to Shaquille. So that means that somebody, if you dive, somebody's going to end up being open. And a couple of times so far, it's been the dive man.
Andre Miller, Stu, picks up his second personal foul very early in this game. Malone averaging 14.5 points per game and exactly 10 rebounds per game, goes to the line.
Well, if Andre has to go to the bench, that just brings in Speedy, I guess, Earl Boykins.
Yeah.
And the Lakers know about Earl Boykins. Usually in the 4th quarters is when he takes over the games. A remarkable talent.
Remember a couple of games when he was playing for the Golden State Warriors last year when he absolutely dominated the end of games. 2 games, as a matter of fact, that the Warriors won. 1 free throw good, the second missed by Malone, rebound taken by Marcus Camby as Andre Miller comes into the front court. Whistle blows, and fighting through screens, a foul away from the play. They're going to get one of the Lakers for a holding. That goes on Karl Malone.
cutting away from the ball. I think Carl just steps out and tries to deter the guard coming through and gets called for impeding progress.
Nice backdoor cut to Carmelo Anthony. Good team play. The assist from the perimeter and the layup good.
Nice pass by Nene. Just a bounce pass and good movement without the ball by Carmelo.
Nene and Malone wrestling inside. Leonard active with his hands, and one correction on that foul, Stu. They had it up on the scoreboard as going to number 11 Karl Malone. They've straightened that out and given the second to Kareem Rush.
Well, 2 fouls on Kareem Rush with 7:12 to play. We might see Derek Fisher very, very soon as Carmelo scores easily on Fox Sports Net.
Lakers basketball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Coors Original, real Rocky Mountain beer. It's Guys Night Out. By Mercedes-Benz dealers of Southern California. With 11 models under $45,000, a Mercedes-Benz is more affordable than you think. And by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the NBA and your Los Angeles Lakers.
7:12 remaining here in the first quarter. Bill McDonald back at Staples Center. Just to update the Kobe Bryant watch, if you will. Apparently, the rumor that he was here was nothing more than a rumor. Around tip-off time, or 7 to 8 minutes before tip-off time, is when he landed in Los Angeles. So the word right now is Kobe is not yet here at Staples Center. We'll look for him. We'll keep you updated. And Paul, as you said, once he does get here, it will be Phil's decision. Back up to you.
Outside to Derek Fisher, who's on the floor now for the Lakers, as you thought, Stu. And I want to apologize for giving you some misinformation. We should have made absolutely certain that that information was correct. So please accept my apology. Everyone was excited to get it right and get it first, and we were told quite emphatically that Kobe was in the building. That proved to be incorrect. So the next information we give you, we will make sure is ironclad. My apologies. Off the miss, Devin George, the rebound taken by Nene.
Quick shot out of that foul situation by Devin. Came up dry on the play, and Denver just right where they want to be.
Marcus Camby, nice looking fall-away jump shot, good as well.
Well, he's not tentative this year. Last year, I felt the few games that he played, he was very tentative offensively.
Shaquille O'Neal down inside. He missed the little bunny, and there's a lot of talks, Stu, and we mentioned it during the last couple of games. In spite of the fact that Shaquille is leading the NBA in field goal percentage, he is missing, and he acknowledged that he has missed a lot of easy shots so far this year.
Oh, there's no question he's missed a lot of easy shots for him. He knows that. But he, as you mentioned, still leading the league with the field goal percentage, which happens to be probably the lowest of his career, and he's leading the league. So that just shows you where the rest of the league is as far as the defense either catching up with the offense and surpassing it, or just the offensive capabilities of players really on the decline.
Shaq makes the second of 2 free throws to that point, Stu. Shaq shooting just about 55% from the floor, his career low, 55.7. Andre Miller is bumped and tripped inadvertently by Derek Fisher, who picks up the personal foul.
Well, they like to put Andre on the box. That time he tried to dribble himself into the low post area, got tripped up by Derek Fisher. But he's a good point guard down on the box. He likes to operate there, and when you have your passer down there, it makes it even better.
Nene at the top of the key already delivered a nice pass to Carmelo Anthony. This time misses that time on the outside. From Andre Miller, nice, little drop pass to Gary Payton. Reverse layup is beautiful.
Well, because it was such a good bounce pass, Marcus Camby, he recognized what was coming, but the pass was too good to get to.
Nene left alone, and that is the shot he needs to make from 15 feet to try to bring Shaquille out.
Yeah, he wants to bring Shaquille out and then try to go around him.
Gary Payton all the way to the basket. Shaq with the offensive rebound. Is that the third personal foul on Andre Miller?
If it is, that's bad news, because you shouldn't see him again till the second half. As the last play I was talking about, the bounce pass from Shaquille to Gary Payton. Very nice play, good easy deuce for the Lakers. And it is 3 fouls on Andre Miller. So in comes Earl Boykins, and I mean, he can be an absolute pest.
In his 6th season out of Eastern Michigan, never drafted by an NBA team, 5'5", 133 pounds, averaging just over 11 points per game as Shaq misses the first of 2. Shaq good on the second free throw. One more time, let's send it down to Bill McDonald for more on Kobe's situation, if you will, Bill.
Yeah, Paul, not to belabor the point, but obviously it's the biggest story of the night right now. But Kobe just got here. So we saw him, he's here. Now it's just up to how quickly he wants to get ready. Will he try to warm up a little bit? And then, as you mentioned, and it holds true to this point too, whatever Phil wants to do. But obviously he'll be alerted that he's here, and then they'll take it from there. So back up to you. Kobe's here.
You know, back to the game, though, they just overruled a play. Looked like the ball went off of the Denver Nuggets knee, and the outside official overruled and gives it back to the Nuggets.
Carmelo Anthony attacking the basket, pull-up, jump shot. Nice move by the 19-year-old for his 6th point.
Yeah, he's a very talented individual. Talked about some of the people thought that he should have been the #1 pick in the draft.
The way he has played, I mean, LeBron James is having a wonderful year. He's not leading his team to victory, certainly, but LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, a good pair. Nice block inside by Marcus Camby, 5th in the NBA currently in block shots. Payton was available. They're trying to post him up. Why not on Earl Lakers? But Payton missed the layup.
Yeah, Payton tried to shoot it so quick so that some of the bigs couldn't get there. You miss the layup, and you give up points on the other end generally.
Karl Malone is standing on the end line. Veteran official Dick Bavetta in perfect position. Earl Boykins has toiled around the CBA and bounced from one team to another, Stu. Played with the Clippers here in Los Angeles, in Golden State. Finally, Kiki Vandeweghe signed him to a long-term contract.
It's just a tribute to the hard work that he puts in. You know, a player that size, my adage is, the smaller you are, the more ability you have to make it. The taller you are, the lesser ability you have to have, because there just aren't that many 7-foot-plus players or people walking the streets, but there are a lot of guards that you see. So Earl Boykins is just a good tribute to hard work and good talent.
Nene, a dangerous handoff, looking for Anthony, and here is Boykins. Gets a screen from Nene, high up over Shaq, not close. Shaquille takes the rebound on a hop.
I'm surprised he could even see the basket after Shaquille stepped out.
As much as he missed by, I'm not sure he did. That shot missed by Malone. The Lakers trailing the Nuggets 16-15. Into the front court to Camby. Nene left all alone on the baseline, an air ball from about 15 feet.
That time Shaquille did a good job of running. I mean, there's this double foul situation. Oh, yeah, I've harped on it so many years now. The fact that did both players grab one another at the exact same time? Somebody had to commit the foul first. Call the first one, and then it takes care of the second one. And if there is such a thing, then let it go. Don't call anything. It was a play that did not involve any of the ball. No advantage was gained, really, so let the thing go.
Chris Anderson comes on out of Blinn Community College. Interesting player. Speaking of Earl Boykins bouncing around, he began his professional basketball career in China.
Let me tell you something about Chris Anderson. The Lakers have been very negligent in second chance points in the last 2 games. They don't put a body on Chris Anderson. I mean, he's going to get nothing but dunk after dunk, as Karl Malone didn't like the last call either, I guess. He joins me as the only 2 people, I guess, that didn't like it.
No, I didn't. I thought it was stupid too, Stu.
Yeah, well, he picked up a technical. We didn't get it. We don't get technicals, I guess, but Karl let his feelings known, and he picks up the quick tee.
Rashawn Leonard, a very accurate free throw shooter under most circumstances at 80%, and misses that one. So Devin George will come back to inbound the ball across from the Laker bench.
Lakers have to continue to pound it on the inside, though. I'm not talking about necessarily posting up Gary Payton. Get the ball in the hands of Shaquille.
Shaq backing down on Nene, carves out some space, and it's going to be free throws once again.
That's what I mean, you have to punish teams on the inside when you have a player like Shaquille. I mean, you soften that belly, and everything else becomes very, very easy.
So Shaq will go back to the free throw line. His recent struggles well documented. Only went to the line 3 times in the last game up at Portland. Made 2 out of 3. Shooting just 52% so far on the year from the free throw line. 4:20 remaining in the opening period. 2 high-scoring teams, if you will. Denver likes to run, and the Lakers certainly want to, but the Lakers trail it. And now it is tied with that free throw make at 16 apiece. This week on Fox NFL Sunday's pregame show, with many coaches on the hot seat in the NFL, our Jimmy Johnson tells you about the hottest head coaching prospects that you've never heard of. Plus, our touchdown celebrations getting out of control. Well, is that a redundant question? Or is it all part of the game? We talked to some of the most famous celebrators in NFL history. That's all on the Ford F-150 Fox NFL Sunday pregame show.
Well, the big fella goes to the line and knocks down a pair of free throws to give the Lakers a 1-point advantage.
Earl Boykins out there now with Anderson. Carmelo Anthony on the wing. He already has half a dozen. Devin George has had Rasheed Wallace, Dirk Nowitzki lately, and that shot blocked by Shaquille once again. It grazed Carmelo Anthony going out of, and they're changing it again.
I really thought that the ball was touched by a Laker, but they're saying no, it wasn't, and then they say yes, it was. So it's back to Denver. What a shot that was!
Anthony with it, comes baseline, reverse layup, not close. Shaq came over to help nicely. Malone takes the rebound in traffic. Payton in the front court, thought about the lob. Bad pass by Malone, looking for Shaq, and here comes Denver. They want to run. Earl Boykins will accommodate. Off the back iron, both teams have turned cold. Denver now just shooting 35%. The Lakers 40. Payton splits the defense. Down the lane, finger roll up and beautifully made.
Nice little arch on that one. Even Chris Anderson, who loves to block shots, couldn't get to that one. And Derek Fisher, great anticipation, because really that was the only direction Earl could go, because if he tries to go to his left, he runs into Shaquille. As Gary Payton on that previous play says, Chris Anderson, I know you like to jump and get this. He misses it by a little.
Nice defensive play by Derek Fisher. John Barry, who I was having a chat with before this evening's game, former Laker. Played one season here in Los Angeles for the Lakers, 97-98.
I think Gary Payton has some blood on his hand, and they're going to have the trainer for the Lakers try to stop that. If he can't get it stopped in a few seconds, then they'll have to substitute for him, or else take a timeout.
I asked John if he was surprised at how well his new team was doing, and he said, a little bit. I didn't think we'd be this good this early in the season, but we're playing hard and playing with a lot of confidence, which is, to his mind, a little bit surprising. But Carmelo Anthony well beyond his 19 years, and not just in the sense of basketball. And then he talked, of course, about the additions of Andre Miller and Earl Boykins, and then he put himself in that mix as having a pretty good influence as well.
You got a nice little mixture of youngsters and some veterans. And their record, they're starting to get confidence, and that's primary to having any success. You have to be confident in what you do. You can't walk out on the basketball floor doubting whether your team has a chance of winning.
Lakers leading at 19-16. Shaq, very active, turns inside. He's hit and fouled, so the parade to the free throw line, at least very early in this game, will continue. The Lakers so far have been to the line 8 times, making 5.
As long as they're going to allow Shaquille that many dribbles, you have to continue to do that. I mean, even if they're not going to allow him that many dribbles, go to the inside, let him set the table for everybody else.
Nobody in the NBA attempts more free throws than the Los Angeles Lakers. And second on that list are the Denver Nuggets, who've been doing a very good job in terms of their aggressiveness. The Lakers get to the line 33 times per game. Denver is second, Stu, at 28.5. Big differential. Both free throws good again by the big fella.
Yeah, he's been there 8 times. He's converted 6, so yeah, he's off to a nice start. Hopefully he can continue with that kind of consistency for 48 minutes.
Rodney White on the floor out of UNC Charlotte, originally drafted by Detroit. Did not work out there. Been playing very well. Bad pass. Fisher in the lane. 7 on the shot clock. Outside to Anderson. Boykins has it. Fisher right up on him. The screen comes. Boykins goes baseline. Little herky-jerky move. Good defense by the Lakers.
That was good defense. They funneled Earl Boykins right into Shaquille.
Oh, Derek Fisher rims that in and out. It's been that kind of dry spell for Derek Fisher. Chris Anderson running the floor. Never really got the shot to the basket, but was fouled hard by Shaquille.
One thing, the other thing that Chris Anderson can do, he can change ends as he did on that play. He'll be shooting 2 free throws when we come back on Fox Sports Net.
The Lakers on a 7-0 run now lead the Denver Nuggets by a score of 21-16, and want to remind those viewers who want to catch this evening's Laker-Denver game in the Spanish language, turn over to the SAP channel and catch Fernando Gonzalez and Pepe Mantilla. You can also hear their broadcast on their simulcast at KWKW 1330 AM.
Well, free throws coming here to Anderson for the Nuggets, and while there's a little bit of break, time for some get-wells. First of all, for my mother-in-law, who's not feeling well. Quick get-well to her. She missed this one, her first misses of games. She normally is here before the players are here. hopefully she'll get well real quick. And also Carlos Maple is assistant equipment manager for the Lakers, not feeling well. And by the way, Carlos, no, Shaquille does not wear 2 left shoes. And the guys are anxious to see your return on Sunday.
First free throw up and missed by Chris Anderson. And I'd like to add my best wishes on both those counts, too.
Well, Chris Anderson long on the first free throw. You know, he's a guy that I think confidence is vital for all players, especially, but especially for players like Chris Anderson. They don't come out with the mindset of being a scorer. They have to get early success or they really go down the tubes.
Slava Medvedenko on along with Brian Russell. Here comes Payton around to Medvedenko screen. Nice pass to Fisher, staying aggressive offensively. Misses yet another. He's 1 for his last 21. Both have been good looks. Out to Boykins. Oh, that's a travel.
Even little Earl knows you have to start your dribble from the floor. You cannot jump, drop the ball while you're in the air, and then continue on. That is traveling. He comes down and all of a sudden he says, ooh, Slava in front of me. I can't shoot over this 6'11". You should have tried.
Third turnover for the Denver Nuggets. Certainly one of their weaknesses in spite of their surprisingly good record. Right down the lane, missed up by Payton, tipped easily by Slava Medvedenko. Both of those should have gone. Easy chances both ways.
Well, especially Slava's tap attempt. Gary Payton missed an easy one, but his was a little bit more difficult, in my opinion, than Slava's.
We talk about the shooting cooling off for 2 pretty good offensive teams. Denver is 0 for their last 8. The Lakers just 2 for their last 13.
John Barry's a guy that can get him out of a slump like that. Nice tackle. Sundays is where you should be, GP. That was wrap him up. You talk about grab both legs and get him to the ground. Nice play. The glove, my goodness. Get the down. Third and long.
John Barry did not land on the ball in the most forgiving fashion. And count that as a turnover as the Lakers control the tip. Here comes Payton with lots of energy outside to Medvedenko. Good from 19 feet just off the right at the top of the key.
Well, the energy with which Gary Payton plays is just vital.
John Barry, the runner. The cold shooting continues. That's 0 for 9 now for Denver. Here comes Payton thinking about it. Outside to Fisher. Head fake, gets rid of Boykins, and there's Derek Fisher to make a 2-pointer.
You know, and every shot that he's taken today, one of which was, he got tapped on, the other one was right there, so it's not like he's missing so badly, but the problem is he's missing, and it's not going to be long before Derek gets into one of his grooves where he just starts knocking them down. 20-second timeout with the Lakers up by 8 on Fox Sports Net.
Lakers on top, a good 4 or 5 minute stretch by Gary Payton, and the Lakers leading to a 10-1 scoring run, getting stops too, and also controlling their defensive board.
Well, the key has been the defensive boards. I mean, obviously the Lakers get stops, but last couple of games they haven't been able to get the stop and the defensive rebound in the same possession. Tonight they're doing a much better job.
Out-rebounded in each of the last 4 contests, Utah, New York, here against Dallas and at Portland. Rodney White misses. There's Anderson attacking, and Brian Russell gets a rebound. Fisher quickly into the front court, passes down inside to Shaq, surrounded by light blue uniforms, goes hard to the basket, and we'll get a couple of more free throws.
Oh, the big fella had to smile at that one himself. He said, ooh, the whistle. I'm glad the whistle sounded because I got hit on the temple and the back. I gave Chris Anderson a nice little shoulder ride there, and now the big fella back to the free throw line. This is free throw number 9 and 10 coming to Shaquille, and we're in the first quarter. Do the math. At this rate, he might set an NBA record. Well, I don't know about that, but he'll set a personal record.
Shaquille O'Neal has been to the line 217 times on the year. Coming into tonight's game, he was second only to Allen Iverson in free throw attempts. First free throw is missed, and Nicholas Skidishvili onto the floor now, and Skidishvili has not played an awful lot this year. Only appeared in 16 games after being a very high draft pick.
Well, he's another youngster, and he's getting better. He's going to get a substitute free throw here. Skidishvili was in the lane before Shaquille even thought about shooting the ball, so that's why I said he was going to get a substitute free throw. And, not a bad strategy by Denver to come with a smaller lineup, because Skidishvili loves the three-point shot. He can shoot the ball. So Shaquille will have to guard one of the smaller players, or else go out there and play him around the three-point line.
Skidishvili, sort of known as, and they're trying to mold him into a Dirk Nowitzki. I don't know if he can put the ball on the floor like Dirk, but he still is only 21 years of age. Outside to Rodney White, gets a good look at an 18-footer.
Finally, the Nuggets get one to go through the rim. They get their 19th point. As far as him being a Dirk Nowitzki, I don't think so.
Not yet, anyway. I agree. I'm just telling you what they would like him to be, and when they drafted him, they thought he had that potential.
And I mean, similar type of games, because he can shoot the three, but I just don't think he will get to the point where he's able to do all of the things that Dirk can do consistently. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but only time will tell.
He was the 5th overall pick a couple of seasons ago. He came in razor thin. They put about 30 pounds on him. He's worked hard, but still he hasn't been. This is a much improved Denver team. He's not getting nearly the time he did last year, as the first free throw is good by Medvedenko.
And that's the key. You would love to give players like that more time, but at the expense of winning games, no, because you're in the NBA, you're in the business of winning games.
And right now, Denver's been doing exactly that, tied atop the Midwest Division with Minnesota and San Antonio. White with it. There's the cut, and Chris Anderson dropped the ball straight out of bounds. That pass was too low, but he should catch it.
It was low, but I think he was more concerned about those heavy footsteps he was hearing from Shaquille that was bearing down on him, and he lost concentration because Shaquille was really right beside him.
5th turnover for the Nuggets. They average 17 per game. Shot clock and game clock virtually a dead heat. 10 seconds remaining in the opening period. On the weave, here comes Fisher. Hands off to Russell, picked up by White. Want to go inside to Shaquille. Shaquille, the jump hook in the lane. No rebound taken by Anderson. Barry in traffic, getting near midcourt, and the first quarter comes to an end.
Well, the Lakers did a good thing in that possession. They made sure they got almost the last shot, because they did a good job of preventing John Barry from getting off the final attempt. Lakers used a 12-3 run to end the first quarter on Fox Sports Net.
This was the scene here at Staples Center just moments ago. Kobe Bryant, as we had talked about, in the building, and as Bill McDonald alluded to, going to get warmed up, ride the stationary bike, already perspiring, coming out being greeted by the crowd, and also Stu being greeted very warmly by his teammates, and he's coming right in the game.
Well, might as well bring him right in the game. The end of the first quarter, start of the second. Bring him in, got him nice and warm. The crowd gave him a standing ovation when he entered the building, or entered the playing area. Now most of them on their feet yet again as he makes his first appearance, and he's got to be mentally exhausted.
In Eagle, Colorado, for a court hearing, a preliminary hearing in his case in that jurisdiction. A turnover by the Lakers. Horace Grant also came on as we look at the first quarter stats, brought to you by Corona.
Neither team should be bragging about shooting rights. The Lakers got to the free throw line 14 times. Shaquille did all of that damage, making 7 out of 10. And so to see if the Lakers can continue with their good record when they lead after the first quarter. They haven't lost a game. 16-0 from leading after one. Nice crossover.
Nice crossover by Rodney White, taking Brian Russell off the dribble. The side was cleared, and Rodney White went right to the basket.
One of the things, though, when you get a player going that way, you've got to really cut off his lead leg defensively so he can't get back into the play. He didn't do that with Brian Russell, and Russell was able to get back and prevent the easy layup, and turns into a very good foul because there was going to be an easy 2 points. Now all he can get is 1.
Rodney White, 6'9", 230 pounds, just in his 3rd season, 23 years of age, seemingly has found a home in Denver, averaged 9 points per game in 72 appearances last year, made 1, missed 1. Kobe with the basketball, just torched Denver last year. Well, who didn't he torch? But he torched them all 4 times, no doubt about it. Russell down the lane, finds Medvedenko. Good closeout by Anderson. 8 on the shot clock. Medvedenko takes a difficult fall-away jump shot and gets it to trickle home.
That was beautiful body control by Slava and nice touch on the shot because Chris Anderson had elevated and was trying to get him a block.
Denver with some foul trouble. Marcus Camby with a pair. And don't forget Andre Miller, their fine point guard, with 3 personal fouls. White turns baseline, a mismatch they're trying to go after. 6'9", going over Russell at about 6'6".
You know, they list Rodney at 6'9". There's no way he's 6'9". I think that's a good matchup with he and Brian Russell. They're about the same height.
And here comes Earl Boykins. They list him at 5'5", and that might be generous as it is.
Yeah, when he's got on about 8 pair of socks.
At the rim, still has to kick it outside. Rodney White all alone for 3. Rims that in and out. Skidishvili with an ear tip, battling with his own teammate Anderson.
Absolutely. Skidishvili and Anderson collided there, and that's what prevented the easy hoop.
Medvedenko attacking all. Oh, he was open on the turnaround. Kobe will settle things down. Lakers lead at 29-22. Fisher. Shot. Yeah, that one was short all the way up, over and out. Derek Fisher on the evening now just 1 of 4.
The reason I said it was short right before he released it, when he caught the ball, his legs were pretty straight, and when he went into his shooting motion, he never did get the bend in the knee that we're accustomed to seeing Derek get. I knew that was going to end up in a short shot.
Derek Fisher playing about 12 minutes less per game so far on the year, having come off the bench in all but 1 game so far this year. White with the mismatch, kicks it outside. Nice pass by Barry behind the back, and this is what Skidishvili can do on most occasions, mind you. Another air ball. Carmelo Anthony had one early.
Well, you have the challenge shots. Players that have a history of being good shooters sometimes come up wide right, wide left, and that's what happened on that play.
Grant with it. Shaq, Peyton, Malone sit on the sideline. If you just joined us, Kobe arrived in the building right at the end of the opening period and came in right to start the second quarter. Offensive foul called on Slava Medvedenko, pushing off.
What so often happens when you're being fronted, you use your the hand that's closest to the defender, and you push him in the back a little bit. So one of the drills we like to use when you're being fronted, get your hands up so that you cannot push off. Put both hands up. You can't push off with both hands in the air.
Carmelo Anthony comes back on along with Camby, who sets a screen for Earl Boykins.
But Earl took advantage of that screen too and knocked down a beautiful jump shot.
Boykins' first basket on 4 shots. Nice move by Horace Grant down inside. Misses a difficult layup, and here comes Camp. Oh, he carried it over.
See, they talk about stepping over the free throw line that Shaquille does. They don't say anything about all this illegal dribbling. I mean, that was absolutely ridiculous.
Here comes Kobe down the lane. Nice pass to Medvedenko. Reverse layup is good.
Nice find by Kobe and nice use of the basket by Slava. Lakers go up by 7.
Slava now with 7. Beautiful pass by Bryant. Doing a good job right now on Boykins. He's just 1 of 4. Anthony, who's off to a pretty good start himself with half a dozen points. Just off the bench, a couple of dribbles, pull up, jump shot, no. How does Earl Boykins get that rebound? Away from Medvedenko and Derek Fisher.
Because Earl Boykins jumped and the other two didn't. And the foul called on the play. A minute ago, Kobe with a nice assist to Slava, and Slava knows what to do with it once he gets it. The Lakers up by 7 on Fox Sports Net.
Lakers basketball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Is it in you? By your Southern California Ford dealers. Get to the Mustang Stampede today. And by Corona Extra, miles away from ordinary.
Want to remind you that this Sunday the Lakers return to the court here at Staples Center, where they take on the very talented Phoenix Suns, although they have been through their struggles in the early season with some injury problems. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. with Lakers Live pregame show right here on Fox Sports Net. Paul Sunderland back with Stu Lance and Bill McDonald. Out on the floor now for the Lakers, Horace Grant, Kobe, along with Slava Medvedenko, Brian Russell, and Gennaro Pargo comes on. Vashawn Leonard returns out there with Earl Boykins, Marcus Camby, Nicholas Skidishvili, and Carmelo Anthony.
This is going to be an interesting few minutes with these 2 lineups on the floor. This could be competitive.
Pargo brought in to challenge the quickness of Earl Boykins. Boykins down the lane, gets in the traffic, lays it up and in over Slava Medvedenko.
That should never happen. I don't care how good he is, as small as he is, you should never allow him to penetrate right in your face and get a basket like that.
Carmelo Anthony on the other end lays it up and in. Very, very bad pass by Gennaro Pargo into the shoulder of Kobe Bryant. The Lakers turn it over once again. Anthony has 8. The Lakers lead it now just 31-28. Inside to Kobe, working on Rashawn Leonard. The double team comes. 7 on the shot clock. Outside to Russell, dribbles off of the double team. Skidishvili just reached out and grabbed it.
Well, I've talked about that also. You know, when you're off of a player and you have to rush out and cover him under control when he still has the dribble left. And Skidishvili didn't do a very good job of it at all. So he's earned himself some more bench time as Chris Anderson has re-entered the game.
And he's going to go over and get a conversation from his head coach, Jeff Bzdelik. Again, they invested a 5th overall pick. Brian Russell quickly off the inbounds play, misses badly. Anderson takes the rebound, and Skidishvili is out of the rotation so far this year.
Well, I like the fact that he was told what he was doing wrong when he came to the bench. A lot of times players will get taken out of the game for something, and they'll go over there. They have absolutely no idea what they did wrong. And if you don't tell them, they're just going to go back out on the floor and do the same thing. So you've got to let them know what they're doing wrong. A three-point play coming to Carmelo Anthony as he's penetrating right around Brian Russell. Whistle sounds, Lakers stop play, and continuation. We've got a tie game.
Carmelo Anthony completes the 3-point play, and of course there are going to be comparisons between Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James, but they're really different kinds of players. I think LeBron James is naturally a point guard and wants to look to pass, and Carmelo Anthony's a scorer, as is Slava Medvedenko, off the nice feed again from Kobe.
And their roles are different as well,
yes,
because this Denver Nuggets team, they need Carmelo to score. There's no question they need him to score. Obviously, people are going to say, well, Cleveland needs LeBron to score since they're not having a very good year, wins and losses.
Outside to Boykins, guarded by Pargo. Russell comes over the top and fouls Anthony from behind and complains about it to Dick Bavetta.
And Dick Bavetta shows him what he did wrong. He said, you did a pretty good job of moving your feet to get around, but that right arm, that right hand was holding on, and that's where I called the foul. Devin George up off the bench to replace Brian Russell. Also off the bench, Shaquille O'Neal.
Karl Malone coming back as well. The Lakers have relinquished much of their 8-point first quarter lead. Nene will also return for the Denver Nuggets. Horace Grant, Slava Medvedenko go to the sideline.
Well, the chess match about matchups continues. When one team puts in a group of players or a player, you try to match up so you counter, and that's what Bzdelik is doing right now.
Anthony wants it down in the low post. Nice steal by Devin George. The ball is loose, and that foul should go on Denver's Nene, and it does.
Well, Nene, it's almost like a quarterback looking at the only receiver he's throwing to. He was looking bent over in a bounce pass position, trying to get the ball to Carmelo Anthony. I mean, that told the defender where the ball was going, and Devin George said, hey, I'm smart enough to read that. He got over and got the steal.
Nene's got to go to the sideline, Stu. Let's not forget about Andre Miller with 3 personal fouls. He's only played a grand total of 6 minutes, and now Nene with his 3rd personal foul. So a lot of trouble for the Denver Nuggets, who trail the Lakers by only 2.
Well, they need Nene, I think, a little bit more than they need that's the travel. Yeah.
Good call. Right in the open floor. Kobe moved both feet, changed pivot feet before he put the ball on the floor. 7th turnover for the Lakers. Again, Denver comes in at 16-9. They're 6-7 out on the road, 10-2 at home. The Lakers 18-5, both respectively division leaders. Pargo's holding Earl Boykins.
Well, the Nuggets being 10-2 at home, it's good and impressive to a degree, but not nearly as impressive as the 6 wins that they have on the road. I mean, going out on the road and getting 6 wins at this juncture, what? The Lakers only have about 6 wins on the road, so yeah, that's what's impressive to me at this point in the season. If they can continue at that kind of a pace, this Denver Nuggets team will not slide far down the standings.
To give you some idea of how far the Denver Nuggets have come as a team, last year they were 4-37 on the road. They have already obviously eclipsed that win total by a couple. Boykins, free throw good once again, and it is tied at 33 apiece, 6:35 remaining. Boykins now with half a dozen, to the surprise of no one. Kobe picks up his dribble, looks back inside to Shaquille, who's immediately double teamed, out to Kobe, who's got a couple of nice assists, those going to Medvedenko, who's now on the sideline. George with it, 8 on the shot clock, inside to Malone, outside to Pargo, wide open 18-footer, nicely made by Gennaro Pargo.
Well, the good read by Karl Malone that time. They doubled down on Karl, and he found Gennaro.
And Gennaro Pargo, who hasn't played an awful lot this year, showing good confidence, knocking that shot down. Vashawn Leonard, a very pure stroke from the corner, and shows it to the Lakers.
And one thing, you try to help out, but you'd rather have Marcus Camby taking the perimeter shot than Vashawn Leonard.
Kobe with it at the free throw line, working on the dribble, head and shoulder fake, well defended. Oh, nice tip! What a tip dunk by Devin George.
Well, the Lakers trying to get some second chance opportunities. Nobody put a body on Devin. That nobody was Carmelo Anthony, and easy play for him.
Leonard's got it on the swing through, dropped the ball out of bounds when it looked like he might have had a step on Kobe.
Well, he's primarily a shooter. I mean, he can put the ball on the floor, but there was a play there where he just did not make it happen. Devin George, though, made it happen when the Lakers, Kobe Bryant missed a shot, and Devin George didn't miss the tip. Wow, nice play on Fox Sports Net.
The Lakers leading the Nuggets 37-36 tomorrow. It's an early season showdown between two of college basketball's very best when Michigan State Spartans take on the UCLA Bruins. Coverage of Pac-10 basketball presented by Kyocera begins Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Pacific, only on Fox Sports Net, in a very, very special occasion, as the court at the Wooden Center will be named the Nell and John Wooden Court. A very special ceremony for an unbelievable man who has contributed so much to the game of basketball and to all of us around Southern California and the country.
When you talk about certain levels of either whether it's playing or coaching, there's always people that have their own level, and John Wooden's in a level all by himself.
Shaquille O'Neal with the basket down in the lane. The Lakers extend their lead to 39-36, 5:20 remaining in the first. Boykins playing a lot of minutes. That looked like a travel, nearly. Skidishvili back on, the foul trouble to Nene. There is Boykins, Gary Payton back on, 9 on the shot clock. Boykins with it, Skidishvili comes to set a screen. Payton jumps that screen, Boykins crossover dribble back to the left sideline.
He's just a big inspiration to anybody 5'5" and under, really. I mean, he's just a remarkable talent. You can't measure that heart, though. He's got a heart as big as anybody that plays.
Gary Payton down the lane, working on Earl Boykins, who doesn't get any help down inside, and here comes Boykins, quick as can be, back the other end, attacks the basket. That ball deflected out of bounds by George, and Denver will have it with still 20 on the shot clock.
I know they have to card him coming into these games or something, because when he gets off the bus, they must think there's no way he's one of the players. He looks like he's about 15 years of age. We should all have that problem.
Vashawn Leonard being bumped and fouled by Kobe, who was fighting over the top of the screen by Marcus Camby.
And that's what you do to shooters like Vashawn Leonard. You get up in them. You just can't give them space. You force them to put the ball on the floor, make them do something that's secondary, not the primary weapon that they have in their arsenal.
Lakers out of fouls, so Vashawn Leonard, who missed a technical free throw earlier on the technical called against the Lakers, Karl Malone, makes the first of 2 free throws.
Lakers haven't been to the free throw line. Let me see. They shot 14 in the first quarter, and they're still at 14, so that means they haven't been to the line in this quarter. Lakers got to get going with that.
Vashawn Leonard makes 1 of 2. The Lakers lead is 41-39. Kobe with it. Malone was available, wants to go against Skidishvili. That's a mismatch. Malone takes him right to the basket, lays it up and in.
I mean, not only is it a mismatch with experience, but the biggest mismatch is just in the strength factor. I mean, there's just no way that Skidishvili can hold off Karl in the box, on the box. I mean, he's just taking him wherever he wants to go. And in this case, it's to the basket, to the hoop, and the foul. 3-point opportunity.
As we've mentioned before, Karl Malone continues to increase his field goal efficiency. Now
Shaq. he got that weight leaning forward and could not stop it and stepped in the lane, and that wipes away the free throw attempt.
Could not get it back outside. Just to finish that thought, Malone now shooting just over 50%, ninth best in the NBA. Anthony with it, leading Denver with 11 points. Shaq comes over to help, steps inside and fouls Anthony as he goes to the basket. Devin George is complaining. He doesn't know that the foul is on Shaquille, or maybe he does, and just trying to draw attention to himself and away from Shaquille.
Shaq is there, jumps up, gets a lot of basketball, that's for sure. The official said got a lot of Carmelo as well, and called the foul.
Free throw up and good by Anthony so far on the year from the free throw line. Shooting 78%, and the Nuggets certainly in a lot of foul trouble. Nene, a starter at power forward, down with 3. Andre Miller only played 6 minutes and will not play until the second half, also with 3 fouls, as Carmelo Anthony makes both free throws. Outside to Kobe, crossover dribble. Devin George wide open, sets his feet and buries a 3.
You know, technically that's a travel. You catch the ball and then you hop, you move both feet to set yourself to shoot. That's a travel. But that's why I was saying, if it's no real advantage game, you can't call every little thing.
The Lakers' first three-pointer on 3 attempts. Leonard with it, 8 on the shot clock, backing down on Kobe. Nice help by Devin George, and another foul is called.
See, those are the kind of motions, though, after the whistle that gets players in trouble. Devin feels that he didn't make the foul, and then he makes a little dance. That last basket by Devin, as he catches it, and then hops into the shot, knocks it down. The official said, looks good to me. And Devin said, you know it looks good to me. It puts the Lakers up by 5, but then the foul on the other end. You know, Fashawn Leonard's not going to miss another free throw this year.
Hey, Stu, if they take that hop away, scoring's going to go down even farther. So let's encourage them to keep it in.
That's the other thing. You know, they talk about doing things, changing rules to increase the scoring output. Then don't take away everything. These players fundamentally are not all sound.
Again, Fashawn Leonard continues to struggle at the line. 1 free throw good, 1 missed. Here comes Payton around the corner. Going to back down on Boykins. Runs right over him. I know you didn't feel him, Gary. There's not much there. Only weighs $133.
Gary says that's the first time I've gotten an offensive foul that easy.
First personal foul on Payton, just inside of 3:20 remaining in the first half. Been a good one, kind of the game we expected. This is a competitive Denver team. The Lakers lead it 46-42. On the curl, Anthony down the lane. Shaq's got to be careful. He's got a couple of fouls, and almost the 4th that time. Well, make it the 3rd on Camby.
And there's a reason why I say forcing bad shots or altering shots could be better than block shots. Block shots, the percentages go back to the offensive team. They get the ball back. But for shots that you alter like that go to the defensive team.
Tries another 3. Got it once again, this time over Fashawn Leonard.
And assistant coach Jim Clemens was out early again with Devin George, working on that particular shot, the three-pointer, and it's paid off so far.
Nice crossover dribble. Missed that by Boykins. The kick ahead to Payton. Here comes Leonard. Payton reverse layup is beautiful. Nice kick ahead.
And, you know, and that's what teams have to be leery of, the sudden outburst by the Lakers, that quick spurt. It was just a 3-point game a second ago.
Fashawn Leonard, another quick shot. Devin's got the rebound. The Lakers looking to run. And they've got numbers. The lock and raise it up and in.
Yeah, you need a timeout, Jeff. I hate to tell you this, but you better take a timeout. All of a sudden, it's an 11, and he takes it. It's an 11-point game. How fast it happens to you, especially when you're on the road. The Lakers have made 8 shots in a row. The last one, a pass from Kobe Bryant to the youngster, Karl Malone, on Fox Sports Net. Well, 2:11 to go in the second quarter. The Lakers have opened up a 11-point lead, 53-42, and they've done it with good ball movement. The Nextel direct connect play happened with Kobe to the mailman for the easy deuce. If you want to have success, be on the same page, connect better that way, and the Lakers definitely connected on that play. 18-6 run since the Lakers trail 36-35.
The Lakers now shooting 54%, Stu. They have made 12 out of 16 shots here in the second period.
And for Denver to continue with their improvement in the standings and the wins, losses, that's where they're going to have to continue their improvement, is on the defensive end. And so far as with those numbers you just talked about, that's not going to make Jeff Pisdelli very happy.
Anthony with it, single covered by Devin George. Here comes Payton. He's surrounded, splits the double team. Nice pass to Camby, who can't get it off in time.
There's a case where the double team came and the offensive player held onto the basketball, obviously too long. When you read the double team, you've got to get rid of the ball. Somebody's open. If you pass it, maybe the first pass doesn't get to the open man, but the second one probably will.
Malone looking inside to Shaquille as we approach the 140 mark of the first half. George has hit a couple of threes, finds Payton along the baseline outside to Kobe. Head fake, loses it momentarily, 8 on the shot clock, gathers himself, takes a wild-looking shot. It goes right to Camby on the air ball. Boykins out of the backcourt, can't give him space in transition.
Well, he makes his own space in transition, that's for sure. I mean,
he doesn't need much.
No, I mean, he can just motor where he wants to go in transition.
Earl Boykins already in double figures with 10. Shaq working his way there as well. Powerful slam dunk. Lakers better get back defensively. Here comes Deshaun Leonard. Good play by Devin George. Got back, set his feet, and drew the charge.
Did a great job of helping out his teammate on that play. That last basket by the Lakers, though, Marcus Camby says, I don't want any part of this. Let me just go for this easy steal and get out of the way of this two-handed. Woo! Don't be in the way when he comes down, Marcus. You'll be back on IR.
Marcus Camby, who's played just 29 games in each of the last 2 seasons, being very careful around number 34. Inside, that ball fumbled away. Shaq tried to get it up on the rim before he had control, give the turnover to the Lakers. Their 10th.
Yeah, 10 turnovers, that's too many. I mean, that's the equivalent of 20 for the game. So, I mean, the Lakers are looking to push the ball more this year, but still, that's a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, especially when the Lakers average only 14 on the season per game. 10 is just a dreadful first half. Anthony loses it inadvertently outside to Deshaun Leonard on the perimeter, and he knocks down a three-pointer.
Yep, like I said, there's certain people you don't want to leave. Kobe had to leave him to go help. Nobody helped on Kobe's man.
A quick reminder, of course, coming up at the half is the Jack in the Box halftime report. Devin George, another outside jump shot, a two-pointer. George now in double figures with 10. Shaq leading all scorers with 15.
Well, the Lakers should get, or maybe will get, the last shot of this half. There's about a 3-second differential between the two clocks. So let's see what the Lakers do about controlling the defensive glass.
Boykins out near midcourt. Look at Gary Payton just hounding him. Here comes Skidishvili to set a screen. Lakers are out of fouls. Boykins down the lane. Nice pass to Camby. High archer, not close. Oh, offensive rebound taken by Leonard. Tipped up, no good, and the first half comes to an end. A good run by the Lakers. Devin George turning it on, Stu, down the latter stages of that second period.
Well, the Lakers made 10 out of their last 11 shots to take the 10-point lead heading in to halftime, but did not control the defensive glass there.
So at the half, the Lakers lead the Denver Nuggets 57-47. Now let's turn it over to Michael Eaves and Jack Haley for the Jack in the Box halftime report.
Speaking of dedication, Kurt Rambis dedicated, making the trips despite crutches with that surgically repaired right foot.
Remember when we came back from the last trip, Stu, usually we park the airplane, that is, as close to the parking lot as possible. Here's poor Kurt going down off the stairs, and this pilot has put the plane about a quarter of a mile away. I asked Kurt if I could help him with his backpack, and he just glared at me. He didn't want any part of it.
Yeah, I said right foot, Kurt. I'm sorry. It is your left foot. You've always got your right foot forward, so I figured that was the one you injured.
Well, Kobe will start the second half. If you just joined us, Kobe on his way back from Eagle, Colorado, got to the arena moments just after the game started. That's his first basket on his third shot. Warmed up in the locker room on the exercise bike and got himself ready to go and played all 12 minutes of the second period.
Well, and found a seam there. The double team went to Shaquille, and when he pitched it back to Kobe, the seams were there, and nobody can find him any better.
Foul trouble. Excuse me, Stu. A foul trouble for Denver. A big problem. Nene has 3. He's backing down. Where are you going? Kicks it out to Marcus Camby, who throws up an awkward-looking jump shot. Shaq easily takes the rebound. Shaq led all scorers with 15 in the first half.
It's crucial to how fast you read the double team and what you do with it once you read it.
Nice pass. Oh, a better pass to Kobe inside. Threw that up left-handed. And another foul is going to be called on Denver. Andre Miller also had to sit out all but 6 minutes to fine point guard last year with the Clippers, a struggling season. He has 3 personal fouls, and now Vashawn Leonard just picked up his 3rd.
Well, a lot of it's because of obviously the talent level of the Lakers, but with Shaquille in the middle, your defensive scheme coming out of the locker room is we've got to double team him, and then you've really put yourself in a bad way because now you're always rushing to get to somebody and you have to be under control, and there's all kind of seams when you do that, and the Lakers are proficient at finding them.
Kobe, second free throw in the air, good on that as well. He continues to shoot free throws expertly. He's now made 23 out of his last 25.
The Lakers go up at the biggest margin of the game so far, 14.
Vashawn Leonard, who got off to a pretty good start until Kobe came to the arena, and he's been quiet ever since. Anthony baseline, cut off there outside to Camby. Nice pass to Nene. Little bank shot from 7 feet, nicely made.
The big fella, Shaquille, acted like he wanted to get that block, go for the block shot. Then he changed his mind. I think obviously if he had it to do over again, he'd make the play.
Shaq with the tip, tips it once, twice. Nene goes down to the floor. The original miss by Payton, and here comes Leonard out of the backcourt. Finds Andre Miller, out to Anthony. Nice spin move, baseline, pull up 17-footer. Pretty quick shot, good offensive rebound by Camby. The Lakers have,
second chance opportunities. They were pretty good. Both teams were good in the first half.
Nice pass to Leonard, and there is. That's what we're talking about, second chance points. Offensive rebound by Camby gave Denver a second opportunity, which they converted. Inside to Malone, just played a couple of minutes. Kobe flashes down the lane and digs that one out and lays it up left-handed.
Well, you know, Vashawn Leonard does not want to pick up that 4th. He's guarding Kobe. That's a bad combination right there.
Camby with it outside to Nene, hit one shot, insists on taking the ball down inside. Wild looking left-handed layup, trying to draw the foul, came up empty. Kobe's got it, stutter step, matched up on Carmelo Anthony. Anthony, the 3rd overall pick out of Syracuse, just 19. Gary Payton loses everybody. Nice pass to Malone along the baseline, 15-footer. Unselfish play by Payton.
Gary didn't want the basket. He wanted the assist. He said, I missed this one on purpose and get it back to the mailman. Not seriously, but he did get the assist.
Malone now has 9, and speaking of 9, the same number of assists for Payton. Nice move along the baseline for Carmelo Anthony, but he ran out of real estate.
That's what happens when teams force baseline. If you force baseline properly, there isn't a lot of real estate to work with. It cuts down your passing angles and lanes, and it can be a tough way to have to play.
Just about 3 minutes into the second half, and the Lakers leading it 65-51. Paul Sunderland with Stu Lance and Bill McDonald here at Staples Center. Phoenix will be in on Sunday. Kobe looking for the outside shot. No, nice rebound taken by Camby. Kobe's got the steal. Right in the corner, but deflected it just out of bounds.
Good try by Kobe. That's a play there where it's the passer's fault because the receiver on that play, Carmelo Anthony, never had an opportunity to see Kobe coming.
Well, Denver into the front court again, having an outstanding start to this season. Their best beginning since 1989-90. Leonard is trapped, steps through it, pass, give and go, nice play, can't make the layup. Shaq tips that ball out of bounds.
Right off of Andre Miller's hand.
Yep, went off of Andre. And the Lakers will have it.
You can see Andre, because of the early foul trouble, he's never gotten into this game. I mean, he really hasn't even broken a sweat yet.
And he's been playing so well, shooting over 50% of last 11 games, averaging 16 points per game. Devin George needs a bounce. He got one, but it was high up and over the top and out of bounds. Denver will have it on the side.
Wide open shots, though. Those are the ones that Devin knocked down in the first half. He'll continue to look to shoot it that effectively. He's now only 4 out of 6 from the field, so he's shooting it pretty well.
Nice play by Devin George, deflecting the ball free from Carmelo Anthony. Mentioned Andre Miller, a local product, went to Bourbon Day High School before going on to Utah. Anthony looking inside, comes to Nene. 15 on the shot clock, trying to back it down, gets in the lane, throws up a wild jump hook.
Well, he's used to being able to pretty much overpower other forwards. But going against Shaquille, that's a whole nother ball game.
Left-handed layup is missed high off the glass, and Shaq cleans it up easily. Nene had to put his hands in his pocket so he didn't pick up another foul.
And I say going against other forwards because there aren't a lot of centers in this league, or you got forwards playing the center position. And he can overpower some of the others, but you're just not going to overpower number 34, Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaq now with 17 on the night to lead all scorers. George has got 10. Malone has 9. Kareem Rush, who started, played only 5 minutes with 4. Peyton has 8. And almost a double-double with 9 assists.
Wow, Bisdelic wants to call a timeout. 7:48 to go in the third, and Shaquille will force timeout with his inside play on Fox Sports Net.
Back at Staples Center, the Lakers, along with Shaquille O'Neal, forcing the Denver Nuggets to take a timeout. And once again, on behalf of Fox Sports Net, of course, from all of us, Stu, Bill McDonald, myself, happy holidays. The Lakers leading it by 16 with 7:48 remaining. Larry David sitting courtside enjoying tonight's game. Mark McGrath, the lead singer of Sugar Ray, on hand. Diane Cannon here as well. What a wonderful, wonderful, long-standing Laker fan and young up-and-coming star, Nicole Richie. You know, Jack never has a cell phone. You know, put the cell phone away, Nicole. You may be good, you may be in a hot show, but give me Jack every time. It's a basketball game, you know? LaShawn Leonard with it, comes around the screen for Marcus Camby, just inside of 7:30 to play. 2 on the shot clock. Leonard's trapped, nowhere to go.
Out of bounds is where he can go. He got over there on that sideline, and all of a sudden the mailman stepped out. Kobe was there, and LaShawn Leonard said, "Help!"
I should have said know where he wants to go. Well, on that turnover, how many is that now, Doug? Doug Mann again doing a great job for us on the statistics. That's 11 turnovers. Nice pass by Shaquille. Wide open. Kobe for 3 off the front of the iron. Anthony takes the rebound. He's still on the dribble, being pestered by Devin George. Skip pass out to Miller. Finds some rhythm, not close as yet. Long rebound comes out to Miller.
No, you get it. No, I'll get it.
Somebody else got it. And Shaq went right over Marcus Camby to snatch that high dribble. Gives it off to Kobe. Kobe wants to attack. Back to Shaquille. Gathers himself and is fouled hard.
The big fella. In that body, there's a point guard just itching to get out. He gets the rebound. Finally gives it to Kobe behind the back. Big fella, show me what you can do. Shoot free throws is what you're going to do, says Marcus Camby as he takes the foul. Shaquille to the free throw line for the first time since the first quarter.
See if he still got his rhythm. Was very effective in the opening 12 minutes as he made 7 out of 10, and he misses the first of 2. Denver coming off a victory on Wednesday night. Carmelo Anthony hit the game winner with 5 seconds remaining, 99-98 at Seattle. The Lakers coming off back-to-back losses here against the Dallas Mavericks on Friday, and then back-to-back Saturday against the Portland Trail Blazers. They now stand at 18-5. Lakers lead it 68-51. They did at the half 57-47. Nice up fake by Anthony. Wonderful pull-up jump shot. What a nice move.
Yeah, that's very sweet. He did a great job of looking at the rim when he caught it, and that got Devin out of position.
Nice pass to Malone, who lost his footing, and a travel is called.
And a delay of game.
Yeah. Karl Malone already has a technical foul from earlier in the contest. John McLeod, longtime NBA head coach in Phoenix and now an assistant in Denver, having a word with Dick Bavetta, who's joined by Phil Robinson and Jimmy Capers calling tonight's game. Right side to Anthony, who now leads Denver with 15 points. Nene has half a dozen. Rashawn Leonard has a dozen. That ball lost out of bounds. Now be careful, Devin. Devin's been known for a little histrionics earlier in this game. That was a good choice to calm it down. Can't complain every time.
Well, you can if you want to spend some money, because the officials sure get tired of hearing it after a while.
Andre Miller down the lane. Shaq came over. Oh, nice rebound by Malone. Good rotation defense by Shaquille. Here comes Peyton. Nobody stops the ball. Down the lane.
They're so concerned about their pass to Shaquille that the gate just opens up, and Gary Payton said, hey, I'll take a layup if you're going to give it to me.
Peyton now in double figures with 10, has those 9 assists. That ball deflected outside to Camby, spending a lot of time out on the perimeter. Leonard wants it down in the low post, immediately double team. Boy, Andre Miller is completely out of sync. He'll probably knock that one down. No, another nice rebound by Malone.
Yeah, there's just no energy in his body right now. I mean, he was on the sideline for so long.
Nice pass to Shaq, who lays it up and in away from Nene. Assist number 10 for Gary Payton.
PP, getting the Lakers out in transition, something that's very much needed. You got to get your share of the easy hoops.
72-53, the biggest lead now for the Lakers. Leonard down along the baseline inside of Kobe and makes the leaner. Immediately back into the front court is Payton, attacking. They miss him whenever he's not on the floor. Pass inside, no, and it's going to be a run out by Denver. And Marcus Camby easily throws it down.
Where were the Lakers on that play, though? I mean, the ball was turned over, and all of a sudden, from midcourt on, it was 3-0.
Good thing they got a 19-point lead, or did at the time. It's now down to 15. Devin George down the lane. It's going to be 17 again. Shaq with a slam dunk. Nice pass by Devin George on the dribble penetration.
You know, if I'm Jeff Bizdelli, I go to a smaller lineup. They have absolutely nobody that can guard Shaquille to begin with, so I try to go and force him on the perimeter a little bit.
Nene wants to get down in the lane and shows the use of the left hand. Nene used to have 3 names, Stu. He legally changed it, and it used to be Mabiner Rodney Hilario, now just Nene.
I've only known him for Nene Hilario. He was a couple years ago, right before his rookie year, he came to the big man's camp, and that's where we forged a little relationship. I just teased him before the game. I said, "You got big time, man. You've gone to one name, Nene. I mean, you got Pele. You know, when you're known by one, Tiger, you have to be pretty good."
Against most matchups, Nene is going to be a fine power forward in this league. As we mentioned, still just 21 years of age, but when you measure him against the likes of Shaq and Karl Malone, it's a tough night. Kobe on the follow-away jump shot, hit on the arm by Vashawn Leonard. So Kobe Bryant will get back to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
When you realize how hard that shot is to make, regardless if there's a defender there or not, don't bail him out on the difficult shots. If you're going to foul him, make it be on the ones that the high percentages are in his favor, not yours. 4 personal fouls now on Vashawn Leonard. So with the score the way it is, I don't think Bizdelli has to worry too much about foul situation.
Kobe needed a bounce on the free throw and didn't get it. John Barry will be coming on, certainly for Vashawn Leonard. Denver is out of fouls.
Gary Payton just walking down the court talking to Vashawn Leonard. The official finally comes over and says, "Wait, did you guys just stop it?" Gary said, "You mean stop it?
There's no stop.
This is why I make my living. Doing this since I started playing basketball. You talk about stop it."
Boy, Gary Payton has had a nice game. 10 points, 10 assists. Again, 5th all-time in the NBA in assists, 6th all-time in steals. And only the 2nd player in NBA history with 19 points, 7,000 assists and 2,000 steals. The other being John Stockton, as Andre Miller goes down the lane and is fouled.
Payton only has 1 rebound, so he's got a double-double working, 10 points, 10 rebound, or 10 assists. I don't think he's going to have any chance at the triple, but Shaquille does. Yep. Shaquille, 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists, so 4 assists shy of the triple for the big fella.
Andre Miller, his first point in about a day and a half. That because of foul trouble. He's 0 for 5 from the floor. Rodney White will be back in for Denver on the next dead ball. That free throw also up and good by Miller. So he gets in the book, and it took him until the 3:44 mark of the 3rd period. Only thing that might stop Shaq, Stu, is the bench, because the Lakers have been in control of this game. However, the lead now is only 14. Malone feeling it, turnaround jump shot, thought he made it off the back iron. Nice rebound by Miller.
Well, he had good rhythm on that shot, and that's his shot.
Miller working against Gary Payton. Payton hunches over. You can see his body language as he really wants to get into somebody defensively. Inside to Nene, now guarded by Malone. Turns, faces wildly into the lane. Oh, nice high tip attempt by Carmelo Anthony. Deflected out of bounds. That's the right call. Gary Payton lobbying the other way, but it went off of number 20, the glove. And Denver will have it with a fresh clock.
Well, this will be one of those second chance opportunities since the Lakers didn't control their defensive glass. Let's see if they can cut down on the production in that department. The Nuggets only have about 6-7 points in second chance opportunities.
Rodney White, who had 5 points in just 6 minutes of play in the first half, comes back on. Here's Barry looking for Miller. Nice head and shoulder fake, loses Payton and gets his first basket of the game.
And those are the kind of plays that can get your energy level back up again. Yeah, a little bit of a bounce in his step coming down the floor.
Well, the Lakers certainly have relinquished much of their 19-point lead, and maybe even a little bit more. They were in control of this game, Stu, and it's starting to get a little bit tenuous.
Well, they're getting a little bit careless here, and we'll see what they do when we come back on Fox Sports Net.
Lakers basketball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by the Lexus December to Remember sales event, now through January 2nd. By Jack in the Box. They now accept MasterCard and Visa at most restaurants. By Pepsi, the joy of Pepsi. And by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey. Nobody makes whiskey like Jack Daniel's.
Back to basketball in a minute, but I want to talk about The Simple Life. It's on Fox Tuesdays and Wednesdays, starring Paris Hilton and this young lady right here, Nicole Richie, the ultimate fish out of water story on Fox, isn't it?
It really is.
You guys having some fun doing it?
We're having so much fun.
But it looks like you're struggling a little bit with some of the chores they're giving you.
I mean, definitely a little bit, but we got through it, and we're here now, and that's really all that matters.
You a basketball fan? You got a favorite Laker?
I love Kobe Bryant because I want him to have sex with me. Woo!
Oh my gosh, let's go back. Back, please.
Follow that up.
I'm going to let that live for a moment. Nene on the bad pass down inside off the backboard, looking for Marcus Camby.
You know, I talked about before that timeout that the Lakers are starting to get careless, and that's what it's been, because now it's a 12-point game, and you're letting a team just hang around. When you have them in a position to really put the foot to their throat, you have to do that. You have to really take their life away, or else they can feel like they have a chance to beat you.
Very similar to the Utah and New York scenario, Stu, where those were two teams that were overmatched momentarily. They hung around, and hanging around on the rim. I don't think that Nene touched that. It's a basket by Andre Miller, and the Lakers lead, which was 19, is down to 10.
All right, so reestablish order by going into the inside to 34.
Medvedenko's got it, played a very good first half, comes up empty against Nene, who maybe got a piece of it. Miller out of the backcourt, working against Fisher, turns on the Jets, loses control, kicks it outside smartly. Shaq would have shoved it down his throat outside to Rodney White. That's missed. Good block out by Fisher, away from Andre Miller.
It's nice to see guards doing the fundamentals in the post as well. A good box out is right by Derek Fisher.
Medvedenko with it, working inside on Camby. Slava goes to the jump hook. It's deflected out of bounds, but the Lakers will have it with a fresh shot clock. 1:36 remaining in the third period.
Now just watch one of the officials. He was counting to 5 with Slava when he had his back to the basket, but he hadn't dribbled yet. And that count doesn't start if the 5-second count doesn't start until you put the ball on the floor.
Shaq, the ball lost between his legs. Denver has a chance to get this down to single digits. Ahead of the pack is Nene, running and throwing it down, and the Lakers lead is only 8.
That's what happens. You give this team life. All of a sudden, Andre Miller has got a real hop in his step, and he's igniting a little bit of a run here.
Shaq down inside to restore some order. He does so, and the foul.
That's what they have to do. If you want to reestablish the order, you go to the guy that can do it the most efficiently, and that's Shaquille O'Neal. Gets an easy hoop. As just no resistance from Marcus Camby. He's just reaching, trying to strip Shaquille, and yeah, he's too strong. His hands are too strong to come up with that play. You end up with a three-point opportunity, as the Lakers do right now. Shaq puts it back to a 10-point game. He's got 24 points tonight, averaging 20 on the year.
Shaq, free throw up and good again. Brian Russell on now, guarding Rodney White. Derek Fisher takes John. Very surprised we haven't seen a little bit more of Earl Boykins. Played a lot of minutes in the first half when Miller had foul trouble, but during this run, he has not come on. Nice play by Miller, who's bumped by Gary Payton. Says that, hey, I have a right to my spot. I think that was a good call. Gary not going to go quietly, ever.
Well, the defender is entitled to jump straight up and come straight back down. If the offensive player jumps into his space, then it should be an offensive foul. That's what Gary is complaining about right there. Is good job by Andre Miller of working the post. And Gary says, you know my rep as a defender? You're going to call that foul on me?
Free throw is missed by Miller. So far on the evening, Denver is 13 of 19. The Lakers are 14 of 21.
You can see how Andre has picked up the intensity level here. He's going into the post. He's very animated on the offensive end now.
You're right about his body language, Stu. I mean, sometimes you just have a terrible night because of foul trouble, and it looked like when Denver was down 19, he was ready to say, okay, it's one of those nights. Medvedenko passed up a shot he usually takes, goes inside to Payton, who has it rejected by Camby. Here comes Barry on the run. Nene, a great catch, gives to Miller, attacks the basket, lays it up and in. And now it's the team from Denver that has all the energy, and I mean all of it.
They're doing a good job on the defensive end. As long as they don't get the ball into Shaquille, they're being able to really smother everybody else.
The Lakers lead is 8. Russell off the back iron, long rebound comes out to Medvedenko. Shot clock is fresh. Now it's down to 19. The game clock about 4 ticks behind.
And this is where, if I'm John Barry, I go out and I just try to harass Fisher so that he doesn't do things in his rhythm. Try to make them run their last play out of rhythm.
Derek Fisher all the way down the lane, lays it up and in. Poor defense by Denver.
Well, let me rephrase that. If I'm John Barry, I go out and play some defense.
9 seconds remaining. The Lakers have fouls to give to Miller.
He traveled.
A traveling violation. The Lakers get a break, and now they will have the final shot. 4.4 seconds remaining.
The Lakers dodged one there because that was going to be a 3-point opportunity, but Andre Miller did travel. Got to give the ball back to the Lakers, and with 4.4 seconds left in the quarter, Kobe comes back, Slava goes out. You know the Lakers like to run these kind of plays to end quarters.
Russell probably looking for Shaquille. Instead, Kobe, without much of a head of steam, he's going to take a look and going to have to force one up. Did he have time for the pass? He did not. Would not have counted had it gone.
Well, Denver used a run of their own to get to within 10. They were on a 17-8 run to end the third quarter. They trail the Lakers 80-70. Can Shaquille restore order? We'll find out on Fox Sports Net. Well, the Lakers leading by 10. Shaq leading the way with 25 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists, shy of a triple. Gary Payton with a double-double, 10 points, 10 assists. Denver's got Mr. Momentum on their side right now. A 17-8 run to end that quarter brought them to within 10 points.
Inconsistency once again for the Lakers, who led by 8 after the opening period. They won the second quarter 30-28. 23 apiece in that third to lead by 10 as we update you. Well, when we have a moment, several interesting games around the NBA, and we'll update you on a couple of those scores when we have a moment. But we're underway now in the fourth period. John Barry out there now with Rodney White, Carmelo Anthony being guarded by Russell, Camby, and here is Andre Miller, who really showed some life. Nice, talking about life, nice steal by Fisher. Miller was playing much better after really struggling, and Derek Fisher is fouled from behind by Marcus Camby.
A couple of scores from around the NBA. Cleveland snaps a 34-game road losing streak. They beat Philly 86-81. LeBron James with a big game. Memphis 97. Miami 83. Memphis with 6 players with a dozen or more. That's sharing the basketball. And Detroit goes to Indiana and loses by 5, 80-75.
Bad pass behind Russell, cutting through the lane, and here comes Miller once again. Rodney White. Miller goes down hard. So does Derek Fisher. They're going to rule that he was on his way to the basket, so Andre Miller will open the fourth period looking at a couple of free throws.
Strange type of play there. It seemed like they bumped feet or something, and both players went down. And Andre not hurt at all on the play, kind of probably a little scared on that kind of a situation, but he'll shoot a pair. He's got 9 points. He's been to the line. He's made 3 out of 4.
And all of those coming in the last 5 minutes and 30 seconds of play as Chris Anderson comes back on for Marcus Camby, who has 4 personal fouls. And while we have a moment, want to send out our very best regards to Alonzo Mourning, who underwent a kidney transplant this morning at a hospital in New York. And I know that everybody around the NBA who has followed Alonzo's career, and I know you agree, Stu, just a warrior, and we wish he and his family the very best.
No question about it. I'm sure that everybody in the United States is hoping that it's a successful and that he can live a very prosperous life.
Kobe Bryant in and out. Nice tip by Medvedenko high above the crowd.
Second chance opportunities that time for the Lakers as Slava with the tap gets the deuce, sends the lead back to double digits.
Nice turn by Andre Miller. Anderson kicks out. Anthony, good three-point shooter. High archer in and out. Good rebound by Grant. Wow.
Kobe's fast, but he couldn't get to that one. Horace says, my bad. I thought you were a little quicker than that. You're younger than me. You should be able to run down those kind of passes. 16 turnovers for the Lakers. That's obviously beyond what they're expecting.
Anthony with it on the wing, working against Russell. Isolation is there. Medvedenko comes over to help momentarily. The ball is on the floor, and Fisher comes out with it. Denver back defensively. Just underway here in the fourth period. Lakers lead it by 10. Fisher working along the baseline. Outside to Russell. Missed his last three-pointer. Missed two in a row. Tipped by Medvedenko. Nice play by Slava. Pulls it back out. He shoves Andre Miller to the side. Finds Fisher, who looks to attack the basket. Nice pass to Horace Grant.
Dribble penetration 2 times by Fish. This time results in an assist. Gives the Lakers a 12-point lead.
Anthony with it on the wing. Rodney White out there as well. White given some room, and he makes a nice 19-footer right in front of Horace Grant.
Yeah, Horace does not want to go out there and try to guard him and take that jumper away because he feels he's going to get beat off the dribble, but you can't have your teammates help you if you're giving up jump shots.
White has 7. Russell wide open. He's not going to miss 3 in a row. Ahead of the pack is Rodney White, and that pass out of the school of Horace Grant over the fingertips of Rodney White.
Yeah, I guess Andre Miller liked Horace's so well. He said, let me try that. Got it down to perfection.
Are you surprised we have not seen Earl Boykins once again for Denver? He was such a spark in the first half. What's Buzdelik waiting for?
Well, Andre did get off, though, a little bit in the third. I think he's trying to keep his energy level and confidence at a certain point.
I do agree with that, and Denver plays again tomorrow night. They play the Sonics back in Denver. John Barrett pulls up quickly. Anderson to the basket. That is Chris Anderson. Active, as you said, Stu, back up and in.
Well, he started from the three-point line and a straight beeline to the offensive glass for the easy deuce.
Russell with it straight away. Just hit a 17-footer for his first basket of the night. Kobe is cut off. High archer tried to just get a piece of the rim. That ball deflected.
You know, back in the, not too long ago, you weren't allowed to shoot that ball from behind the backboard up over the backboard itself, but they changed that rule. And Kobe, with the presence, tried to make it happen. Came up a little short on Fox Sports Net.
.847 remaining in this one. Horace Grant doing a little house cleaning on his goggles. The Lakers lead it, Stu, by 12.
Lead it by 12. You know, this year, the Lakers are number 2 in the league as far as scoring points in the paint, following Dallas, and followed by the Clippers and Denver Nuggets. Tonight, Lakers have 52 points in the paint. I want to know how that's kept because they keep on the official stat sheet points in the paint and fast break points. Well, if you get out in transition, you get a fast break point, which is a layup. It can be uncontested and still scored in the paint. Is that different than just regular points in the paint? We have to look behind us and get the stats through. I have to ask him. I'm curious about that.
I remember we had a similar conversation last year. White has it on the crossover, bothered by Medvedenko and Andre Miller. A different player, and glad to see it. Andre Miller is a fine player, and as I say that, he runs right through the chest of Brian Russell.
That was some play by Brian Russell because Andre Miller is clever with the basketball. He likes to spin off of contact, but Brian did a good job moving his feet, getting his hands out of the play, showing the official, I'm not holding. Falls down, gets the call in his favor. Nice defensive play.
4th personal foul now as the foul trouble begins to grow or continues to grow for Denver. Marcus Camby, Manane also in that group. Outside to Kobe, squares up on Miller and bangs down an 18-footer.
That's good ball movement at time by the Lakers. Just about everybody on the floor for the Lakers touched it on that sequence.
Kobe has 11. Anthony leading the way for Denver now with 18 as he makes the three-pointer.
You know, when a player has the green light, and believe me, Carmelo has the green light, you can't relax at all when he has the ball. You just don't think that, well, he's a little bit out of his range or he's not going to take this shot, because he'll do what Carmelo just did. Raise up, knock it down.
Recap the scoring for you of the starters. George has got 10, Malone with 9. Shaq leading the way, all scorers. He's got 25. Kareem Rush started the game. He's got 4. Gary Payton, 10 points, 10 assists. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Outside to Russell. This is a two-pointer off the back iron. Nice rebound by Kobe. And has it stripped away by Miller. Kicks ahead. Anthony thought about the three. Nice stutter step. Kicks it out to John Barry. Sets his feet for 3, and he's got it. The Laker lead is just 8 once again, Stu.
That's the three-point shot for you. Two trips down, that's 6 points. All of a sudden, it's in single digits, and Shaquille O'Neal has to get off the bench.
Medvedenko, a couple of fakes. Heartbreak. That rims in and out, and Anderson quickly takes the rebound. Boy, Denver scores here, and we're going to have a very interesting last 6.5 minutes of this game.
And they've got 3 guys on the floor that can actually 4 that'll stroke the three-point shot.
Anderson rolls inside. Anthony missed him momentarily. Kick it outside to Rodney White. A little body push, no, but the ball deflected by Kobe. It goes to Anderson. Miller with it in the corner. Anderson sets a screen. Here comes Miller on the left-handed dribble. Finds his way inside. Miller gets his own miss. Barry down the lane. Oh, poor defense by the Lakers. You give a team 3 chances, and Barry lays it up and in.
Well, just because you're giving them 3 chances doesn't mean you can't try to stop him on the third, though. That one, just an easy opportunity for Barry as he just scores with the left hand, and it's a 6-point game with 6 minutes to play.
Grant with it at the pinch post, hands off to Kobe, looking to attack. He dropped it off. Horace Grant thought he was going to shoot it. Good hustle by Medvedenko. On the floor, still working. He kicks it out. Gets Horace Grant a wide open jump shot. Give the basket to Medvedenko. Good work on the floor.
Well, he got away with there. I thought really a 20-second or a timeout was in order, because he was in pretty much a bad way. The Nuggets, all they had to do was dive on him, and they'd have forced the jump ball situation.
John Barry tries to answer at the other end. No, high for the rebound is Russell. And if he can get out of there, forget about the foul. You got numbers if you look ahead. Fisher with it, finds Medvedenko. Stutter step, steps back. 18-footer no. Nice rebound by White. Now it's Denver with numbers. Bad pass to Anderson. Not looking to score. Gets down in the lane, runs over Russell. No, still attacking, lays it up and in.
That'll make, Phil Jackson jumps up. He says, I've seen enough of this. I got to stop this kind of play. 6-point game again with just over 5 minutes left in the fourth. Shaq will be back. He is back, and I think he'll restore the order on Fox Sports Net.
The Laker lead was once 19. It is now down to 6 with 5:19 remaining. And given the holiday season and a perfect gift idea, it's the Lakers 2004 calendar, which is now on sale at Ralph's Supermarkets throughout Southern California. This year's calendar pays tribute to Lakers players, past and present, and all proceeds benefit the Lakers Youth Foundation. The cost is only $14.99, but Ralph's Club members save $2 per calendar. It's the perfect holiday gift, and you can get it at Ralph's.
Well, the Lakers come out of the timeout with Shaquille, Devin George, Derek Fisher, Gary Payton, and Brian Russell. So small lineup aside from Shaquille on the floor, matching up with the small lineup of the Nuggets.
Russell working against Rodney White, Devin George. They're doubling Shaq. Marcus Camby trying to guard him with those 4 personal fouls. One dribble, pull-up jump shot.
That was a difficult shot because Andre Miller was right there, but Derek just made it a little bit better.
Fisher now with half a dozen. Medvedenko's got 11 off the bench, as does Kobe Bryant. If you're just joining us, Kobe, on his way back from a court appearance in Eagle, Colorado, got to the arena late and was available for the start of the second period. Carmelo Anthony to inbound, comes to Andre Miller, who has really picked his game up when Denver needed him most. After a load of foul trouble in the first half, almost stolen by Payton, and it goes into the scorer's table. Good try by the glove, only 5 on the shot clock.
Nice job of reading the passing angle there as he gets the right hand on it. Couldn't control it without it going out of bounds, but like you said, only 5 on the shot clock. This is where you want one of the bigs to handle the inbound pass.
Andre Miller steps back off that inbound pass. What an offensive rebound by Anthony. Kicks it out to Barry. He's made, heartbreak. He thought he made that one. That would have been a big shot by Denver.
Yeah, that would have, Phil Jackson would have really been upset on that successful shot.
Payton looking inside to Shaquille. Fisher cuts along the baseline. Outside to George, who had a nice first half. Hasn't played much in the second, nor has Karl Malone. Kick it cross court to Devin George. 5 on the shot clock, 4. George loses control and loses his footing for the travel.
Well, it was either going to be a travel or 3 seconds on Shaquille. Shaquille had great position, and when Devin first caught it, he thought the shot was going to go up and didn't move.
94-86, the Lakers lead it. 18 turnovers now for the Lakers. They average 14 on the year. 4 minutes remaining. Barry with one, and Derek Fisher slaps the ball away, but got a piece of John Barry, the former Laker.
Well, both hands were on the ball by John Barry, so Derek swings on the ball. If he hits the hand while it's in contact with the ball, supposedly hand's part of the ball. Fisher didn't see it that way.
Derek Fisher said to the official, all ball. Anthony George working on him outside to Miller. Payton closes out. 4 on the shot clock. 3 on the shot clock. Miller nowhere to go. And the shot clock expires. Good work by the Lakers.
Again, they got trapped and just did not have an outlet pass. The shot clock continues to tick away. It doesn't matter. It doesn't care that you're getting double teamed.
Nene will be back in on the next dead ball. Still Earl Boykins continues to sit. Shaq down inside, away from Camby, loses control. John Barry reached in, pulled Shaq's arm down, so it'll be 2 free throws.
Ain't no disrespect to Marcus Camby, but he just has no way near enough in his back pocket to give resistance to Shaquille on the first boom move. Shaq likes to do the boom move, but he doesn't even really have to do that against Marcus as he's getting any position that he wants.
Marcus Camby, as most people know, has struggled with injuries the last couple of seasons, had hip surgery on 2 occasions as Shaq misses the first of 2 free throws. Russell goes to the sideline. And back in is Karl Malone. In 25 minutes tonight, he's got 9 points and 8 rebounds.
I hope he was over there riding a bike or something. He's been out of the game a long time as well. And this is a game where you go from being cold to right into the action.
You know, more on Marcus Camby, Stu. You know, he's playing very well this season, as evidenced by 15.7 blocks against Seattle. So against most other non-centers in the league, he's doing just fine. Nice block by Shaq. Denver wants goaltending. Here come the Lakers. Payton with it. A steal by a quick Camby, kicks it ahead. Malone running back. He blocked the shot. Derek Fisher's got it. Derek Fisher and John Barry getting into it, and they have called a held ball situation. They're going to jump it up.
Well, this is the NBA. You don't call jump balls quite as quick as you do at the lower levels. But the great play was by Malone, hustling back and making the block on Andre Miller, and then the jump ball call. And as Derek Fisher was trying to freeze the ball, he turned and the elbow inadvertently hits John Barry in the back, and that's why John turned. You know, neither one of those 2 guys are looking to really start anything. They're 2 gentlemen, but the elbowing foul is what is called against Derek Fisher, and it's an inadvertent play, but the rules say if you hit anybody with an elbow, whether it's intentional or not, it's going to be a technical foul.
John Barry good on the free throw. Remember, Shaquille was called for an elbowing foul a couple of games ago. We looked at the replay and didn't seem to be much of anything there. I mean, I think the officials have got to use a little common sense, Stu. You got to know who the players are involved.
When you're pivoting and you have your hands on the ball the way they're supposed to be, well, I don't know where your elbows are going to go. I mean, there was obviously inadvertent. Wow. There was contact, and the way the rules are written, I guess they had to make that call. But again, I just think that you have to play it by ear a little bit.
And Denver gets control of the tip. As we look at the replay, you wonder how that wasn't a foul on John Barry coming over the top of Derek Fisher. And let's not forget the excellent block shot by Karl Malone that started it all. And Carmelo Anthony knocks down the jump shot. The Lakers lead is 95-89.
Now let's see how the Lakers respond to that play.
Outside to Malone, nice head fake. Thought he was passing the ball inside to Shaquille, and a foul is called along the sideline.
Yeah, he was trying to throw that to the big fella, and Marcus Camby got a hand doing it. So a timeout is needed here. Settle these players down a little bit more on Fox Sports Net.
Back at Staples Center once again. Happy holidays to one and all. The beginning of Hanukkah today. The Lakers lead it 95-89. Back here at Staples Center on Sunday evening. Remember, that's a 6:30 tip. Lakers live pregame show starting at 6 o'clock, followed by a Christmas Day game against the Houston Rockets, and then the Boston Celtics will be in after that on Sunday, December 28th, to close out 2003.
And coming out of this timeout, Lakers go back to the traditional starting lineup. The mailman, Devin George, Gary Payton, Kobe Bryant, and Shaquille O'Neal. 14 on the 24. Lakers holding on to a 6-point advantage.
Denver comes out with Andre Miller, John Barry, Marcus Camby stays in there, Rodney White, and Carmelo Anthony. Anthony now leading the Nuggets with 20. His first appearance in Los Angeles has not necessarily been a surprise. A very good player. Kobe missed it. Devin George cleaning out.
And that time again, Carmelo Anthony is leaking out, trying to get out on the break early, and his man is the one that got the tip.
Devin now with a dozen. That was a big follow basket. John Barry all alone. Nice look inside to Dene. Tries to gather himself, fouled from behind by Malone.
Devin George had a play in the first half on the missed shot and comes in and gets yet another one. I mean, whoa, you want to throw down a dunk. The easiest way is tip dunks because you get to jump without the ball. Obviously, you can jump a little higher in that fashion. Devin with a nice two-hand putback.
Second personal foul on Devin George. Only 2:20 remaining, not a factor. But free throw shooting is as Nene misses the first of two.
Let's see if he makes the adjustment. I mean, that one was way long. Let's see if he shortens it up a little bit. He's only a 69%er.
Free throw up and good once again. Pretty good looking stroke. He's going to be a fine player, and we're seeing why, Stu. Why Denver is off to such a good start. Down by 19, and they continue to compete and cut it down to 6. Payton looking inside to Shaquille, wants to go to work against Nene. The cutters go through. Malone comes to the pinch post. Up fake, it's Camby in the air. Smart play. Got a couple free throws. Also the 5th personal foul on Camby. Make that the 6th personal foul.
Shot blockers, I mean, a lot of times a blink will get shot blockers in the air. And head fake this time by the mailman. And Marcus was all over that head fake and picks up his 6th foul, heads to the bench. Won't be returning in this game. No eligibility left. The mailman will go to the line and shoot a pair. This will be the mailman's 3rd and 4th free throw attempts.
Carl again sat on the sideline for an extended period. He's only played 27 minutes tonight, 9 points, 8 rebounds, the same total that he had quite some time ago. So far on the season, shooting 74% from the free throw line. Much like his field goal percentage, that has been on the rise of late. First free throw up and good, and want to remind you, coming up after tonight's game, it's a Southern California Sports Report. Lakers interviews in the locker room, a full report on Kobe's pretrial hearing, and the Fox Focus. John Wooden's very special day, along with his wonderful wife, Nell, the renaming of the court at Pauley Pavilion tomorrow. Nell and John, a wooden court, as UCLA takes on Michigan State. Free throws good. The Lakers lead it 99-90. Lakers have lost 2 in a row for just the 2nd time this year. Rodney White. Oh, he knocks down a 3.
Well, they've got the small lineup out there, 3-point shooters. So Lakers going to have to crowd them and force them to help.
Well, you mentioned this a long time ago, Stu. Why not? Nobody can guard Shaq anyway. Why put a big lineup out there? You're down a little bit. Put some shooters out there. Kobe, top of the key, now goes to Malone. Picked up by Barry. One-on-one, Kobe on the dribble. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up, not close. Not a good shot by Kobe at all. What a bounce pass off the shoe tops of Barry. Hustles after it and throws it nicely off of Gary Payton. Good play by John Barry.
Yeah, chased down a very errant pass there. Good idea on the pass, but I thought that one actually was going to skip off the floor and go straight out of bounds, but John Barry short hopped it to save it and then chased it down.
99-93, the Lakers lead. Just the first of 4 regular season meetings between these two teams. The Lakers swept the season series last year easily. And as the NBA knows, nothing is going to be easy against Denver this year. Around the corner, Andre Miller, nice pass to Nene, lays it up and in, and the foul.
All of a sudden, it could be a 3-point game with 1:16 left to play. That's why you just can't allow teams to hang around. When you get a chance to put them away, put them away. Don't expect them to just hold the 10. Professionals should never even think about folding up the 10. Then he's looking for his 14th point.
Made his last free throw on the night. Pretty good. 3 of 4. And that one rims in and out. Devin George takes the rebound. That was a huge miss. Lakers still holding on to a 4-point lead, which makes it a 2-possession game. Russell with it, looking inside to Shaquille, and goes there. 12 on the shot clock. Shaq spins baseline. He's tied up by Nene, and they're going to send Shaquille to the free throw line.
That ends up being a good foul.
Yeah, good foul.
Fouled him before he could get the ball toward the rim. Takes away a 3-point opportunity, so puts Shaquille on the line for 2. He's 10 out of 15 for the game, but down the stretch is the only ones that people will remember.
Shaq, first free throw, needs a bounce and falls off the front of the iron. 1:04 remaining.
Well, Nene made one, missed one, so let's see if Shaquille can follow that pattern.
Both teams are out of fouls. Both teams have 2 full timeouts and a 20. Shaq misses both free throws, Stu.
Both free throws, Lakers holding on to a 4-point lead. Denver takes a timeout. Oh, we've got quite a finish going here. 1:03 to play on Fox Sports Net. Well, the Lakers holding on to a 4-point advantage. 1:03 to play. Shaquille O'Neal has been the man all game long. Just missed 2 free throws. You know he's upset about that. But throughout this game, he's dominated on the inside, whether it's just spin moves, offensive rebounds, just making life miserable for the bigs of the Denver Nuggets. But 1:03 left. Let's see if he can continue to make life miserable for the Nuggets.
Shaquille O'Neal, our Gatorade player of the game. 26 points.
You know, he had a chance at a triple there, but the players went cold when he was passing him the ball. He still has the same 6 assists that he had when I talked about it some time ago.
10 of 17 shooting this evening after going 10 of 16 against Portland. Boy, that game seems like it was a lifetime ago. The Lakers a 5-day break between the loss last Saturday and this evening's game, again, the Phoenix Suns on Sunday. Lakers won the first meeting at Phoenix, 103-99.
Well, you know coming out of this timeout, Andre Miller is going to be the trigger man, and he'll probably try to get something for Carmelo. But when you have that kind of a player, there's always that X factor, the X player that you just leave, and he could be a John Barry who loves to sit out there and shoot threes. Got to stay at home with everybody. 4-point game, 1:03 to play.
So far on the night, Denver is 5 for 17 from 3-point range. The Lakers are 2 of 8. White comes around the corner, thought about it. They're looking for Anthony. Bottled up, Barry almost. Wow, coming in for a long 3-pointer. I was very surprised to say almost back out near midcourt. Terrible shot.
Still a lot of time was left, too. You didn't have to take that deep of an attempt.
That was a terrible shot by a veteran player.
Well, points here put the team away.
Gary Payton down the lane, misses that. 35 seconds left. Anthony turns on the Jets, foul. Counts if it goes. The foul was on the outside. In any case, the Lakers are out of fouls. It'll be 2 free throws.
Yeah, it'll be 2 free throws, but they weren't going to give him any continuation on the play. But the Lakers had an opportunity on that last possession to really put them away. 6-point lead with 30-some seconds would have been enough, I believe. Now it's only a 4-point lead with 32 seconds to play. And Carmelo Anthony makes it a 3-point game. And they're going to get the ball back. There's a 8-second differential, game clock, shot clock, so the Lakers have to score on this next possession.
Pulled free throws up and good by Anthony. His first trip to Los Angeles so far, he has 22 points. The Lakers' lead is just 99-97. Almost tipped away legally into the backcourt. Payton has it now on the dribble. Shaq wants to come weak to strong. Devin George clears out. The crowd comes to its feet. Kobe's got it. Shot in the air. Off the iron. Rebound taken by White. Denver's going to go. A chance to tie. A chance to win. Anthony White. Remember, he hit the game winner on Wednesday. Gets down the lane. Attacks inside. He's fouled by Shaquille. 2.5 seconds remaining.
You let a team hang around. I'll say it time and time again. All of a sudden, they get a little spurt, and you find yourself in jeopardy. As great move that time by Carmelo Anthony, splitting two defenders, running into Shaquille. He prevents the three-point shot, but he sends him to the line to shoot a pair. There's still 2-point-something seconds left in the game. The game clock says to zeros, but there are still probably 2.2 or 3 seconds left in regulation. As Carmelo Anthony, fouled by Shaquille, goes to the line to shoot 2, and he's perfect from the stripe tonight. 5 out of 5.
Karl Malone is at the table along with Chris Anderson. And Anthony goes to the free throw line. This sellout crowd of 18,997 letting him near it. And as cool as can be, he sinks the first one.
Well, the crowd's not going to bother him. He's one of those kind of players that, really thrives on that kind of a situation. And when you're playing, you don't really deal with the crowd or the noise, the waving of all the things that they do in the stands. You focus on that rim. That's the thing that you're focusing on right now. Lakers will take a timeout after this free throw if it's successful. Which it is.
Oh, he needed a bounce and he got it. So the Melo one stands up to the line and knocks down a couple of free throws. Not bad for a 19-year-old.
Well, Lakers now have 2.5 seconds to see if they can not go to OT on Fox Sports Net. 2.5 seconds to go in regulation. Tie score, 99-99. The Nuggets trailed by 19 points, yet they forced a tie. And looking to see if they can go into OT. Lakers, though, have, they have plays. All teams have plays with X amount of seconds left in the game. Lakers have a couple of options. They can throw it directly inbounds to Shaquille and see if he can make a free throw, because they're going to foul him, or they can try to get it into Kobe and see if he can make one of his patented heroic shots at the buzzer. Lakers are the Denver Nuggets right now on a 13-4 run in the last 3.5 minutes. That's what's gotten them this tie. The Lakers just not focusing for 48 minutes.
2.5 seconds is a long, long time. Just think about it if you're at home right now. Just count it out. It's a long time to get something done. Kobe is setting up down on the block along with Shaquille O'Neal. It looks like Devin George. It will be Devin George to pull the trigger. On the sideline just in front of us. Battling for position down inside. Nene is fronting Shaquille O'Neal. Kobe pops out. Kobe's going to go. Couple of left-handed dribbles. Has a look at it. The Lakers win!
As always, any shot at the end of the game or the end of quarters, they have to review. But Kobe Bryant loves buzzer beaters. He loves that scenario. They get the ball into his hands, and he knocks down a beautiful jump shot. The crowd on their feet, teammates out to greet him, and now the officials over on the sideline trying to figure out, is it good? Is it out of his hands before triple zeros? I'll say it's out of his hands before triple zeros. Count the basket. Give the Lakers a 2-point victory.
A long, very trying day for one Kobe Bryant. Just ended as sweetly as it possibly could.
Why is it taking them so long? I know you look at different angles when you're the officials, but come on. It counts, guys.
Just all they got to do is look up here, Stu.
Yeah, I gave him the signal already. What a way to end Kobe's day. Nice job to end Kobe's day.
The day has officially come to an end, and as they say, all's well that ends well. And it wasn't certainly attractive for a long period of time, Stu, but the Lakers finally put away the Denver Nuggets by a final score of 101-99. Next up, the Phoenix Suns on Sunday. For Stu Lance and Bill McDonald, I'm Paul Sunderland saying so long from here at Staples Center. Now stay tuned for Vanner Wright, Mike Leaves, and the Southern California Sports Report.